All right, I don't see anybody else. Oh, I see some people in my waiting room. I'm gonna add them in here. Okay. All right. Well, if they're not here, it's all good because we are going to have this actually blasted on our website, and we're also going to post the recording on YouTube. So if anybody's missing information, you can always try and fill them in. If not, you can guide them to this video, but we're going to get started. So welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for coming today. It's going to be semi-quick. I just kind of wanted to run down the most important items of action for next season and kind of give you a rundown of what it's going to look like. So here we go. Just a reminder that all our coaches at Spirit Prep are USA Cheer members. We are all actually certified in youth sports safety, so we all have our ACA certifications. We're all background checked. Everyone that works with our children are all live scanned. We're all cleared for training. Everyone is trained in safe and proper skill progression, so we're not going to make your daughter or your son do anything that's outside of their caliber of training. We like to build them up to that. We always have an EPA plan blasted. Actually, it's inside of the gym, and it's all around our extinguishers, our fire extinguishers, just in case of emergency or an earthquake, God forbid. But we do have that. We go over it with our staff members at least once a year. We are all actually trained in sexual harassment prevention training as well. So California actually makes us take, utilized course for that. So we are all up to date on our certifications there. And each of our staff members have to complete that before even attending their first shadow day here at Spirit. All right. I just wanted to also give a little shout out to Dr. G, because something that's different about our competition program versus other gyms' competition programs is we actually have a cognitive counselor that is, he's a clinical sports psychologist, and he works over at CVU, but has been loyal and dedicated to our program for a very long time. He is amazing. All I know is that when you get to see him work with the kids, you will really see how the demands change for them as they get older. The athleticism and cheer, it evolves drastically. So your girls can be learning, their handstands, pardon me, their handstands, their roundoffs, their, forward rolls, and it changes to kickovers, to handsprings, to tucks, as they're moving up in the cheer world. They have harder things that they are, expected to do. And so what Dr. G does is he finds the part in their brain that helps them overcome fear and helps them achieve a lot of the most amazing aspects of cheer, which is stunting and tumbling. So he's awesome. He's an approved mentor with the Association of Applied Sports Psychology. He works out of CVU, Cal Baptist University. And he's been a cognitive trainer since 2022 with our girls. He does not work with competition members younger than 10. I just wanted to put that out there because I know we had some questions about him. He's been in and out of the gym recently. And I just want to let you guys know that he doesn't work with anyone under the age of 10, just for growth and, the demand of what he asks of the kids. Sometimes it's hard to grasp onto that with younger kids. So next, I wanted to show you guys a little bit more of what it's going to be like here at Spirit. This slide is not wanting to show all, but here we go. This is our Nightmare program. So as we step into season 6 of competition, we're beyond excited to continue cultivating a loving and healthy environment where our athletes can thrive. This season is new, and it's about more than just the routines and the trophies that the girls win. It's about fostering their competitive spirits and embracing the team effort of competition. We're committed to growth, unity, and loyalty. So loyalty to the gym, loyalty to the teams, and we're working towards something greater than just that win, right? So I wanted to go over a little bit about the payment plan. So what we have here is an estimation of the deposit. So it's going to be about $1,000 for a deposit, and that's to solidify your spot on the team. And we have 2-part payments if that's more applicable to some families. So the first part would be due $500 between June 1st and June 3rd. Now, if that's, still a lot, we can talk about it and we can kind of break it into parts. I know some of you have multiple children and multiple sports that you accommodate to, so we'll talk about that. But what the competition season entails is, you can pay your competition payments, not all up front. If that's something that you're not willing to do, we completely understand. And a lot of families do like to pay them off over time. But the deposit is going to be due between June and July. So if you have two separate options for payment of that $1,000 deposit, but it should be paid off no later than August, okay? The next thing would be your camp RSVP. So we are looking at 3 separate camps, and we're going to go on that slide soon. And I'll be able to kind of explain what those entail. But we would need to solidify your child's spot at those camps. So we would need a deposit for that as well. So this will go towards your competition payment. But again, that will need to be to us, by at least June 15th. That way we can, have them on our roster for camp. All right. And to continue, I just wanted to let everybody know, no 15th payment would be needed per month if, let's say you pay off your entire competition payment early. You won't need to have a 15th payment. You will just cover tuition. All right. So here's some rules and just straight coverage for the next season. Just a quick guide, because again, you're going to get a registration packet. And this is actually going to be like a contract, if your daughter does make the team or make 2 teams. So what you'll look at on your registration packet is going to be very similar to this. I just want to run it down to people that maybe have never seen this packet before. So we have due dates and late fees. With tuition, it's always due on the 1st of each month. As you guys know, we are pretty lenient, as in, if you have your check coming from your work that comes in on the 3rd or the 2nd, we're willing to work with you, and we have a 3-day grace period before late fees are tacked on. So a $25 late fee only applies if it's not received by that 3rd day of the month. Now, an NSF fee is when your card declines. So whether it's, fraud or, someone took your card or it declines for any reason while we try to transfer payment over to Spirit, there is going to be a $35 fee added on and tacked onto the tuition as well as your competition payment, whichever is declining. The late and NSF fees are combined after that 3-day grace period, all right? Now, for your payment requirements, your tuition must be current for student to attend practices. So our competition girls take 2 days out of the week and do 2-hour practices. So that's exactly what you're paying for with tuition, nothing extra. And with monthly tuition, it's a flat rate. So it's not based on holiday closures or, school holidays where they're off school and you miss for some reason. You're paying for the full entire month, okay? And there are no refunds on tuition. I just wanted to let everybody know that. Their next slide is going to be the type of payment methods we accept. So payments are automatic. The debit for the payment plan must be updated on your account, per month. If you do have a change in card, please call us. And it has to be a debit or credit card on auto pay. So we don't accept different cards every single month. I mean, we're willing to work with you, of course, but late fees automatically apply if it's not paid by the 3rd. So if, you're having issues with your card, please call us by the 1st. That way we can try and figure out something to do. Our payments will begin on June 1st. And that says 2024, but it's actually going to be 2025 of this year. And they're going to continue through May 1st of 2026. Okay, so this is for this season. We have multiple payment plan options for competition. So everything related from your costume uniforms to the bows and music, choreography, you'll see in detail in a couple more slides. So I just also wanted to point out that checks are not accepted unless it's for your deposit, okay? Or if you're paying off the full amount of the competition payment plan. We will accept cash unless your payment declines and you choose to pay cash afterward. We're totally willing to work with that as well. Next, here's what everyone wants to see, right? The program costs. So I want you to note that these totals are estimations. And again, we are still finalizing all logistics, but this is what we have so far. And this is what we're going to try and stick to a T. Monthly tuition is, again, it's billed separately from your seasonal team costs. So this is what you're going to pay for the competition program entirety. Okay. We're super excited. The other rates I wanted to give you guys, just in case you're wondering about them, would be like open gym. We offer that every day of the week, and it's $10 for a day pass. As well as private lessons. If you're interested in some more one-on-one training, that's going to be $65 for an hour. And then normally we would charge someone $35 if they want to just pop into a class. It's great because if you're a competition member and your daughter wants to drop into tumbling, it's only $15. So that's the really great thing about the rate. It goes down once we know you're committed to the program, right? The registration fee is only going to apply to the people that don't have spiritware, right? That's only tax on to people that are brand spanking new. And then your annual membership fee is yearly. So you guys pretty much know, you've probably been charged before, but during the season, you'll have a duration of a membership with us. And so to renew that membership, to get perks like, the comp member rates for drop-ins and open gym, it's going to be about $50 per year. So that's something you only have to look towards once a year. Now, as we continue, I wanted to kind of break down with you guys what it looks like if you were going to pay in parts versus pay in one-time full. So we obviously are going to be collecting the deposit. So that's why that's not included in this portion of the payoff. But I wanted to let you guys know you have 3 options, and we're also willing to work with, you guys as well. If it's a matter of money, we want to make sure that your kids know they have a place on our team no matter what. And it's all confidential. You can talk to us, email us, and we can work out, more payment options to suit your family's needs. Right now, we only have 2 offers of teams, either POM team or cheer, for 2025 to 2026. We are looking into doing mini cheer and POM, but we haven't had quite as many people ask about it. So right now, if you guys want to just take a screenshot, this is what you're going to be looking towards your competition payment per month. So this is separate from your tuition. This is on the 15th of each month, and it will be taken out according to your chosen option. Okay, so if you choose option 1, you're going to be trying to pay off the $2,645 in 2 parts. If you are doing POM, it's $2,675 for things like POMs and tights and things like that. And now option 2, again, is just another solid breakdown of what that looks like in 3-part payments. And then again, option 3 is going to be something about 10. So you're going to see the dates that these are due, as well as the pricing option. So I'll leave this up for 1 more minute, and then we will move on. Sorry if I'm talking fast, you guys. There's just a lot to cover, and I don't want to take up your whole Saturday. Here we go. So competition team, practice policies. For practice days, each team is scheduled, like I said, 2 times per week, and it's 2-hour blocks for those competition practices. So these specific times will be shared when the team rosters are finalized, when you do get your entrance letters. So if your daughter comes to try out, she makes the team, you will know exactly when her practices are and what days, all right? So practice etiquette, you're supposed to arrive about 5 minutes early. If you do arrive on time, we consider it late. We do like to be conveniently, available for families if they need to call us and let us know that, we're stuck at a light, or, we're running late today. We're pretty accommodating, and we don't penalize many families for that, especially because life is life. And some of us have younger children, so we totally understand. But with preparation, we would like to start immediately when the clock hits either 4:30 or at 6:30 during your practice blocks. And we expect, shoes are on, your hair is up, your daughter has the correct attire on, and the restroom's already been used With phone use, this is more for the older children that are on our competition teams. We like them to be silenced and stored in their troughs. So the student troughs are underneath the staircase, and that's where they'll be the entire practice. There's really no excuse for it to be out unless they're, recording choreography or, taking a team photo, things like that. As far as jewelry goes, we don't actually allow jewelry in the gym when you are on the dead mat or on the palm floor, as well as the tumble track. This is just for safety. And so we're required to let everyone know it's at your own risk if you prefer to keep your jewelry in during these practice dates. I will continue with team practice wear, and this is something that's provided once everything is finalized. Additional practices like mandatory practices are normally scheduled throughout the season when needed, but these will be announced at least 2 weeks in advance, and it could include weekends. So I just wanted to let you guys know that we try to work around your schedule as well, but we also have coaches that need designated days that work for their schedule as well. A lot of them work, 2 jobs or finishing their master's program. So we just wanted to let you know about 2 weeks ahead of time, you'll normally see those uploaded to Band. Now with makeup tokens, no makeup tokens get given to competition practices that are missed due to gym closures. I just wanted to reiterate that to everyone. These tokens will be given for additional competition focused practices, yes, and we will schedule those with you if necessary. But I just wanted to reiterate that 24-hour notice is required for any absences, no matter what, to receive a makeup token. But we don't normally just give them out because we're closed on, July 4th, and it falls on your practice day. With practice times, it may start early or we might run late. So you'll be notified in advance, and that's why we'll have everyone on Band app. That way we can communicate properly. Next would be the most important part of being on a competition team. So when you are absent or your child is no longer able to attend practices for a certain amount of time, or whether it's one day, each athlete is only allowed to miss or be absent 2 times throughout the entire season. So if there's an emergency, we won't penalize your child, especially if there's proper documentation like a doctor's note, or someone is we're celebrating someone's life, if someone passes, there's things like that where we understand and we're very accommodating. But during the competition season, no athlete is allowed to miss this practice week of competition or event. We call it a blackout date. And that's only because, we have competitions that are set in place. And if your athlete is to miss that practice during the dates that we have blocked out for those competitions, you're kind of almost forfeiting their spot. It could potentially lead to, it's up to the coach, but it's up to, administration as well, if they are able to even perform at that competition. In case it is an emergency, we obviously are accommodating, but again, this is something we really want to drill into all of our parents' heads, just to let them know that we are really going to dial down on this, because we've had a lot of athletes that missed this season, and it caused a lot of issues for our competition teams, not only for comps, but for performances as well. So if your athlete, misses more than 2, there is an accountability fee. And so that will be charged to your account, about $50 to cover any additional time that you've had to forfeit for that team member. So if an athlete misses that, they will be moved from their position and could possibly forfeit their position on the team entirely if it becomes a problem. But I just wanted to let you know we are willing to work with you. It just can't be something that's ongoing, right? So if you want to take a screenshot of this as well, you totally can. I'm going to move on for time's sake, but I just wanted to also reiterate that choreography is mandatory, and all athletes are required to attend so that they can learn their positions and spots early on in the season. Next would be the quitting policy. So withdrawal before the season starts. So we consider our season starting officially as of August 5th. We are looking to have kids register even after tryouts until July 4th. So as teams are changing and we're adapting, we're going to camps together, we're having fittings. I just wanted to let you know that those will all happen before August 5th. So any financial obligations that happen that we happen to pay for your athlete, beyond that date, would be specified with your withdrawal. So we would let you know what conditions apply here. And that looks like payment obligations. So if your athlete, leaves for any reason or decides to quit the team after joining and already signing your acceptance registration contract, athletes would be required, parents would be required to pay for the remainder of the season, including any apparel, competition fees, or any other expenses that have incurred on behalf of their team members. We have been, dealing with this kind of firsthand as some people left pretty early on last season, this season that we're finishing up now. And it's a process, the quitting fee is $300. And it will be assessed based on your account. So, some people we didn't actually get to that with them because it was for health reasons and things like that. So this fee covers the cost that's associated with the non-refundables, like your kids' camp wear or your spirit wear or, things that we've ordered on your behalf, like a uniform. So it just prevents the financial loss for the team. We also order our music early June. So that's also something that gets covered in that with that deposit payment. Now, a 30-day notice, we've tried in the past to put out like a formal 30-day for people that want to quit off the competition teams. It normally doesn't work that way. It's, kind of based from family to family. If they decide they want to go, they're welcome to. And we would just go through this whole entire policy with them as well before their release. And I just wanted to reiterate once more that there's no refunds issued under any circumstances here at Spirit. Now, the forfeiture of position, we have laid out, we call them our Spirit laws, but if an athlete forfeits their position on a team due to excessive absences, behavioral issues, or even rule violations, the following conditions will still apply. The payment obligations, as we spoke of on the last slide, as well as the quitting fee, your 30-day notice just for, their file that we know, okay, they gave a 30-day notice. We at least know when they're leaving, maybe it's you're moving out of town, things like that. We're willing to also accommodate with you. But again, no refunds will be provided unless, really there's no reason, especially if you're signed up and you're ready and your daughter is all for the team. We're also going to pour out all we can into your daughter as well. So with competition team attendance, members of the competition team are not permitted to miss more than 2, as we spoke of, and exceeding that limit will voluntarily forfeit their position. In case of emergency, this does not apply, okay? We are willing to work with our families as much as possible. These are some unofficial warm-ups to get everyone a little bit excited now. When it comes to ordering things like this, it is extra. So it's not going to be a part of your payment plan. This is actually going to be out of pocket. If you do decide to join our teams, you have the option of choosing spirit wear specifically for your daughter, placing her name on it, things like that. So this is really fun, but again, it's not mandatory. Next would be our bows. We do actually get a practice bow and a competition bow. We're looking at these 2 designs, but we have not chosen yet. So if you guys want to take a little screenshot, you totally can. Sorry if I'm moving quick, but we are just going to get through it because I want to show you guys the most fun part of all, which is uniforms. We have our spirit wear here. Again, it's a mock-up. So this is what our spirit wear will look like considerably with our athletes in use. It will probably look a little different on your athlete, depending on their age and depending on, the color scheme. We wanted to go with red shorts, but it seems varsity doesn't offer this actual boxer short in red, because our logo is red. And so we are probably not going to go with white just, for feminine reasons. And we are going to most likely go with black, but we love all these designs and varsity has been super accommodating with providing us these ahead of time. Next is going to be cheer uniforms. This is what they're going to look like for season 6. We are super, super excited. They're super cute. I just kind of wanted to show you them so you get an idea of what is to come. Hair will actually not be in a messy bun up top. It's going to be in a slick back high pony. And for our littles, I don't know, it depends on the age of your athlete, but we only were able to get away with space buns because of the age division. Once they move up in category, they're not allowed to have fun hair like that. I know it's sad, but we have to go along with, the protocols. The gems in the front and the back are just adorable. We love the high pony look. It's just very clean. There's some mesh cutouts, you know, on the back and on the front. We also have an elastic gemmed waistband for utilization when, you know, athletes are using the restroom. It's quick to get on and off. And we also wanted to show you guys just the vertical armbands. Everything is gemmed out. We love it so much. We have the red and the black. And it looks like we also have that mesh gray area as well. So we're super excited. You'll have white varsity chair shoes, and we'll give you more information on where to buy those as well. But this is what I have as a mock-up for cheer. Next, we have the pom uniform. This is the rhinestone neckline, and we have a back that, you know, clearly states that they're the Nightmares. We have two poms. We usually do one pom in one hand, one pom in the other. And Coach Alyssa really likes the clash of the silver metallic and the black metallic with this specific, you know, design. There is a mid-torso cutout here. So if you're not, you know, comfortable with that, you can let us know, but it is dark. It's more gray than anything. We have armbands that have that same exact cutout as well. And with this, we believe it's a bodysuit. You will have to purchase tights for your athlete as well, because they will be doing high kicks. And we always recommend getting like a clear strap or strapless bra for performances, just for cleanliness reasons. It looks better, and your daughter will feel better. We also recommend getting regular jazz shoes, either from Capezio or Dancewear Solutions. These are on a base as needed. So if you get a pair and your daughter thrashes them before the end of the season, it is definitely on you guys to have to get another pair. It's just a part of the dance life. Coach Alyssa and Coach Caitlin have told me that the low bun is going to be what we're going for, slick back low bun, and it will have a hairpiece. It is just to be determined at this time. Normally, Coach Alyssa and Coach Caitlin make their hairpieces for them. Next would be our optional items. I'm kind of going to flip through these a little quicker, but you can take screenshots of what you guys like, so that you can get things in pre-order from us at the front desk. We have garment bags for your uniforms in case your athlete doesn't want to show up in full uniform. Sometimes they like to eat in the morning, totally understand. With our sports bra accommodations, this is from a specific rhinestone company, and they're also haven't given us exact rates for the mommy and daughter packages, but we're looking at getting shirts that also match the same rhinestone design for parent and daughter. Also, we have our socks, but the optional items here would be the design. You can definitely choose between what you guys like. If they're in cheer, they could get cheer. If they're in pom, you can put pom. If you like more of a clean cut, you totally can. And these also are utilized from parent to athlete. Doesn't matter who you're ordering for. Next would be our max out bags. So we have a couple different designs that we've received from Varsity, but again, these are extra. These are not included in your, you know, competition payment plan, but you can take a screenshot if you'd like, and then we will continue to the next series of optional items. This is going to be our stock belt bag. So we have the sublimated bag, and here is where it's literally logoed Spirit. But we also have one that's not as rhinestone in case dad wants to wear one. You know, we also like that both are clean and cash. Sorry, we're getting a notification that we're going to end soon, but we're going to continue quick. We have another rhinestone emblem that may be put on our sportswear if we do get hoodies or, you know, new tight fitting jackets. And again, another rhinestone sports bra, and one more version of the sparkly bag. Next, tips for your tryout. So if your daughter is ready to come to tryout, we ask that she bring a water bottle, a snack, a small notebook if she needs it, hair ties, and a cell phone if she needs that as well. Youngers are totally allowed to be attended with a parent. If you want to also take a screenshot of this, you can. This is just some tips from our SPS staff and some photos of some fun things that we've done throughout the year here. Next slide. Get ready for your tryout with us, what to wear. Your daughter will feel most comfortable in something she's normally wearing anyway to the gym. If she's brand spanking new, we just like to say avoid anything that'll, you know, come up, anything that's super baggy. She could potentially be doing forward rolls. She could be jumping. So those types of things we like to initiate ahead of time, like their hair being up. it just helps them feel better as well. If they look better, they feel better, right? The optional would be like a hair bow if you're trying out for cheer, and pom shoes if you're trying out for pom. If you don't have them yet, totally fine. We understand. Next, fundraising opportunities. So with banquet at the end of the year, we also fundraise for special things throughout the season. It's like team bondings too. So we have two types of fundraisers we're looking at now, but we also are looking into some more. I just wanted to give you an idea of two examples, like the C's Candy fundraiser, where you sell candy to try and pay off your $200 team bonding, fundraising opportunities. So with that, you can also choose to do the Double Good fundraiser, which gives your daughter a chance at selling popcorn to pay off that $200 debt. Now with Access fundraising, let's say you raise $500, that can be totally plugged in as your part of your competition program costs. And we are 100% happy with that. If it's not met, the remaining balance will be charged to the athlete's account. Parents, you also don't have to go through the stress of selling. You can totally just pay $200 directly. A lot of people do that as well. Now, the code of conduct, you will get a program contract. It looks similar to this. It's very long, but we expect you to read it fully through so that you understand what you're getting yourself into and what your daughter is signing up for. Something that's super important to us is the code of conduct. So representing SPS positively, arriving on time with full competition attire, whether it's a showcase or it's competition. No bullying other students, no negative comments about our staff, or inappropriate behavior at competitions. We have a competition that's in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we expect all of our parents and our athletes to take that seriously. You can party after, but let me admit this person really quick. We do expect that, you take it seriously as, team moms, especially no, comments about any other students or about our staff or about our gym facility. We like to model that respect for our kids. So it's very important, even at practice times or team bonding events. We like to say that there's no arguing with our staff, coaches, or judges, whether or not they score high, score low. This is an extracurricular activity and it's something you do pay for. So we expect you to also be all in for your child as well. Any violations of this could potentially forfeit your spot on the team and your daughter's spot as well. And no refunds will be given. So we just want to put that out there as well. Next would be our options for camps. So we are still deciding on camps, but what we do know is we're going to need a deposit to go to any of these, okay? So the fun part is these are two in-house camps. Both are 2-day camps, and we have the WCC staff that's willing to join us at Spirit to host a 2-day camp for us for potentially 6 hours of clinic and stunt training, tumbling training. So that would be with WCC. The second one would be with Sharp. If you want to screenshot this to see the dates, totally fine. We are looking at one other option, but it is on the next slide. So let me know in about 30 seconds. I'm going to turn to the next slide. But these are the two we're really looking forward to. I really think that the best option would be WCC coming to us. Just the time frame, we might even have our spirit wear by then. So I think it could be a great fit. Next is going to be the last option, which would be a commuter camp. It didn't paste on here. It actually pasted the exact same one, but I can also link it into the email that was sent out to you guys. It is a commuter camp in Baldwin Park. And I can give you the info now if you are listening in. Thank you for following along. I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. We just have 4 more minutes. The next last option for comp is going to actually be at San Gabriel Valley Commuter Camp. It's from June 27th to the 28th. And this, again, is just an option. It's at Sierra Vista High School, and it is specific to WCC athletes, and it's multiple schools, okay? So it's not going to be as, as intimate as an in-house camp would be. Next would be showcase dates. If you want to just screenshot, this is going to be our tentative dates for showcase of this new season. I just wanted to let you know when you do sign on to your competition contract, you're signing to 5 to 7 competitions per season. And it's primarily, the locations are all around California, but we only have one guaranteed out-of-state competition. The event producers, you will get to know them very well. WCC, World Class Cheerleading, Spirit Sports, which is a varsity network. They make our uniforms, and Jams, of course, which we love. And we love that they do dance and cheer. It's great for both of our teams. Now, I will go to the next slide just because we are running out of time. But if you screenshot this, you'll know the tentative dates for Showcase. Next is going to be the tryout information if you want to screenshot this as well. It's a lot more information based off competition here, but on the left-hand side, you will actually see the designated dates for auditions, and that's going to be from 12 to 2 on both May 10th and May 17th. So if you can't make one of them, try to make, or if you can't make both, make one at least, because it's always nice for the girls to get their jitters out the first hour and then learn their choreography and then perform for the judges panel, right? So we're solidifying our teams over Memorial Weekend, and you'll get notice on the 27th of May if your daughter has made a team, and you'll see your practice dates and times. Next, another screenshot here. This is going to be the key dates. So we have our tryout clinic, like I said, the 10th and 17th. We have the evaluation, same thing, on the 10th and 17th. Both will be from 10 or 12 noon. Sorry, it's not here. It says time TBD, but it's going to be from 12 to 2. It's also on our website, on our school calendar. So if you come to the first date, you're getting a discount when you sign up to do your tryout and clinic. It's only going to be $25. If you come to the second date, it's going to be $35. All right. It's just because we have less time to solidify what team they're on, and we want to make sure we have time to see each girl. And if a lot of people come on the 17th, it can be really hard to get through those evaluations within the 2-hour span. By the 27th, you'll get a letter. And by June 1st through the 3rd, like I said, your contract will be due. And that's also when we start doing deposits and tuition. Now, June 9th is most likely when the teams are going to start practicing. And July 1st is actually going to be our practice wear fittings as well as uniform fittings. Next, we have our summer break, which again is from June 1st to June 25th. So any classes your child misses won't count against them. July 16th through the 23rd, or July 30th through September 6th will be, depending on what team your daughter is on, choreography dates. So please screenshot this now so that you guys know. Between August 2nd and 9th, we're also deciding to do Saturday initiatives for our competition teams to learn their choreography. Next, please take a screenshot because we are running out of time, but this is going to be our blackout dates. So this is 2 weeks prior from each competition. Please screenshot because this is very important. Your daughter can be moved from her spot or taken out of the routine if she misses any time during this season. SB is spring break, by the way. We are closed for spring break, the 23rd through the 27th of 2026. Next is just an additional information for you guys. We have team updates on band. If your daughter gets injured, please send us a doctor's note. Makeup tokens, we already talked about. Vacation requests can be submitted at the start of the season, but we really try to make sure that the gym closures align with the RUSD school district calendar. So try to plan your vacations then. Next is going to be just some options we are working through right now. If our Zoom ends, I just want to let you know you can always email us with more information on what these are. But I got the opportunity to perform on a cruise ship at 13. It was super fun. My dance studio was able to go on to a weekend cruise, and we were allowed to perform on it. It was super fun.